Hey everybody, it's Mary Beltane today. If you don't know anything about it, it's a pagan festival in relation to the fertility of the earth and celebrating everything being green again, for the return of the goddess to bring us things that we need for our lives and for the switchover of the gods. It's a big happy festival. Anyway, so our celebration, and Lethbridge just had their first annual Beltane festival. It is, from my understanding and what I was talking about with the guy who coordinated, was Miles, and he said it was like the first one for pretty much all of southern Alberta. Like, I thought Calgary had it, but apparently Calgary only has like the little groupie ones, and so this was really, really cool, and it was really neat to be a part of the first festival like this, because that just means I get to see it grow and develop and become better. They had vendors out, they had a ritual that was demonstrated. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then they had like a drum circle, and it was just really, really good. Everybody was super nice and super friendly and super helpful, and it was good. So I'll talk about the ritual first, because they had a whole bunch of guest speakers, and I didn't get there till late because I had been at the Calgary Comic Expo, so I didn't have time to make the entire festival. So they had a lot of speakers, and I've heard lots of really good things about the speakers. I made it in time for the Turning of the Wheel festival, or ritual, which was really neat to see, because I actually haven't seen I'm pretty sure they were COVID. I don't know much about them. They didn't hand out any information about who they are, what they do, and they're just their general name. So it was basically, for me, coming in late, if I was a complete stranger just walking up, I would not have learned a lot from them, just other than they were a group of witches. And I think that was an opportunity to, a teaching opportunity, and I did learn something really cool from these ladies. Though I probably should have asked who they were. I'm sure it's actually somewhere on the events page. I'm just going to click on that real quick. Let's see. Come here. This one. So the ladies who did this were... Hang on. He's got a whole bunch of media stuff posted up. Okay, here it is. Oh, it was, okay, so with June Many Grey Horses was that group that did that. So I'm glad that I could actually go back and look it up. But they did a cleansing, they did a love building energy cycle, they did the thing is that because I'm so new to a lot of COVID activities, because I was solitary for a long time, so I've never seen any group do any of these rituals before, so I didn't know what a lot of some of the stuff that was going on. There was stuff that I knew what was going on, like when they took their wands and they put them into the chalice. I knew what was going on there, but for a good portion of the rest of it, I actually didn't understand. So I think things I'd like to see them do next year, if they do come back and do it again, is maybe speak a little louder, or the music of the venue could be turned down for the ritual, so that everybody who's trying to watch the ritual and participate on the outside circle would be able to contribute better. Because a lot of times I couldn't hear what they were saying. I moved in closer so that I could hear. And then there was a little drum circle, and that was really fun. But the ritual was really good. We jumped over the cauldron, which was the same thing as jumping over the fires, kind of a cleansing thing. And it was really neat. They invited everybody to come and participate. I really liked that. That was good. But I'll go back to the drum circle, and I kind of wish there was a bigger sign that let you know when actually, like a little time slot on the, like a wooden panel that actually had the times directly by the drums, letting you know when the demonstrations were going to be. It's because apparently they were up for 3 times that day, 3 times of the day, which is 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. But it would be nice to, like, for those who don't have access, like the people who are standbyers that are just kind of like stumbling upon this by chance, know when things are going to happen. But yeah, it was really kind of fun because I watched the lady and she really got into it. Like, you step and you hit the drum and you step and you hit the drum, and I'm moving my phone in the time with the way you're hitting the drum, and you go do 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 do. That was really nice. And then after the ritual, they moved on to the Moonstone Assemble live band performance, and that was great. I hope next year they bring them back, because that was really nice. It was so, like, the energy was so good, and like people got up and they started dancing, and it was really nice to see all the kids. The kids were like, there's this like little kind of everything. I don't, if you've not been to Lethbridge, there's like a stage, and then there's kind of like these stone steps that go down into kind of like this little pit area, and that's where the kids were all like congregated and playing. And there's like a little girl that had bubbles, and all the kids were chasing her around because she had the bubbles. And they all played super, super nice. Like, there was not any kid that, like, ended up getting, like, punched or bit or, like, any of those kind of random nasty things. They all played really well together. And it was, like, the energy was just so good, especially when they started, like, singing. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I was really honored and blessed to, like, actually have that experience. Like, I've always wanted to go to, like, a little gathering for Beltane, and it was finally granted today. And I'm like, even though I came late, I still got a lot out of the experience. Like, I got my first sage wand that I'm going to use later tonight, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm kind of wishy-washy about what I'm doing, because I've been so caught up with the expo that a lot of my preparations for Beltane this year have been kind of shady, but I'll talk more about that in another video. But I just really wanted to get my thoughts out on the first Lethbridge Pagan Cultural Festival, and it was just super positive. I look forward to the draws, and I can't wait. So I hope everybody who came had a good time. I know there was a really unfortunate incident where there was like a guy that, I think he had seizures or something, but the guys that were on call duty guys were there, and they responded really quickly to him, and they like helped him, and so that was really good. It was super awesome to see them help, and yeah, it was great. But yeah, so overall the weather was really nice too, and that was the thing that was kind of like iffy, because like all week I heard it was going to rain. It was going to rain, and it was going to rain on our first festival, but it didn't, or at least from the part where I was at. It was really, really nice, actually. And yeah, I really look forward to next year. It's like, I want to see the improvements that they make, like I said, to the ritual, being more open about having things better displayed, like those little wooden stand-up things would probably help a ton with some of those things, just so people walking by have a chance to look at the schedule without having to rely on the Facebook page. But again, like, it's the very first one. There's room. It's only going to get better, as you learn and you get experience organizing things. So Miles did such a great job. Like, seriously, thank you, dude. You are amazing. Thank you so much for putting on this festival, because without your organization, we the people who showed up, and it was bigger than it was anticipated too. Like, there was a lot more people who came than we thought. Like, it was a little tiny little festival, maybe you can get like 50 people, but no, there was like a lot of people who showed up. So it was really just cool to see, and I'm so glad I was part of it, and I look forward to coming to next year's. And I can't wait to see what improves and changes, and what gets done differently, and what stays the same, because everything changes, everything grows and improves, and that's the whole purpose of being on this planet, is to grow and improve and better yourself and to better those around you, and just be a happy individual. So, and to help, not necessarily help, just like feel and just live in the moment. I really, really like that. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with some of my Beltane celebrations. Again, thank you, Miles. You know who you are. I'm not going to throw out your last name because I just don't want you, privacy stuff. But Miles, you're just amazing. Thank you for putting this all together and having it happen. And thank you to everyone who managed to show up for it and supported the cause, and supported the vendors and local pagans, and it's so good, so good. I'm rambling now, so I'm just gonna stop. So hope you guys all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again later. Blessed be.